Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be Lost Media Category 209. Kaiser, Lost Brazilian First Animated Short Film 1917. Now, this video was suggested by Miguel Animados, and he suggested this Lost Media to me over the weekend, and he was like, Joey, I have a suggestion for you to do for Lost Media. I want you to cover this Brazilian Lost Media of this Lost movie. And I was like, okay, cool, I will definitely make a Lost Media video on it. So I would like to thank Miguel Animados for the suggestion of the video. And if you have any other Lost Media suggestions in the future, Miguel Animados, please suggest more Lost Media videos. That would be appreciated. Also, if you would like to suggest any other type of content to the YouTube channel, that would be appreciated as well. I just don't do Lost Media videos on the channel. I do other videos. I do food reviews, short film reviews, fan film reviews, wrestling news videos, predictions and reactions, movie reviews. I do general stuff. I do live streams. So if you want to suggest something else, you can. Now, I know that there's also an American version of this. There's an American version of this movie as well that is lost. So basically, both the American and the Brazilian version are lost. So technically, both movies are lost. They both go under different titles because they're both lost medias in two different countries. But yeah, let's get into it. Kaiser, also known as simply Kaiser, is the first animated short film produced in Brazil, directed by Brazilian cartoonist and illustrator Alvaro Marins, known by his synonym Seth. In Brazil, short animations have been produced since 1908, with cinemas already presenting and displaying animated vignettes and the closure of newsreels. However, Kaiser is considered the first true Brazilian animation because it was conceived in a complete systematic way based on a narrative with a beginning, middle, and end, and because it used a complex technique. Seth was already well known in Brazil for works that contained strong social criticism. He worked in the most renowned newspapers of the time, such as O Malaho and Nighty. Creating political cartoons, Kaiser was a satire on Germany's expansionist desires during the First World War, with Emperor Wilhelm II placing a helmet on the globe, representing the control over the world. The globe grew and swallowed the German leader. The film premiered in Brazil on January 22nd, 1917 at Cinepath, a famous cinema at the time. Seth received much praise for the film, both in Brazil and the United States, when a copy of the film was taken to a screening. Legacy. After the film was released at Cinepath, it was a huge success. All the reviews about the film were good, praising Seth for the film. In 2013, a documentary called Luz, Anima, and Akeo, directed by Eduardo Calvet was released, showing the history of the animation in Brazil, revealing the main personalities who helped build the animation scene in the country. 8 animators were invited by Calvet to recreate Seth's work, with the documentary's first screening being at the 2013 edition of the Anime Mundi Festival. In July 2017, the documentary is shown at TV Cultura as part of the tribute to the 100 since the creation of Kaiser. Availability. Despite the great success that the film was, no copies are currently known, with the whereabouts of the film being unknown 20 years after the production. There were several efforts to try to recover the film, but all were unsuccessful. The only frame of Kaiser was included in an article about Seth in the Brazilian newspaper Cineart in 1930. The newspaper also included a summary of the film, which was used as the basis for the 2013 recreation. Other than that, there's really not much else to this lost media. There isn't really any concept art for this lost media, but I do got some pictures that I will show off in the video. And then there is also a video that I will link in the comments in the description of this video. It's basically the recreation of the film in 2013. So I'm not going to show that off in the video due to copyright reasons, but I'll link it in the comments in the description of this video. Once again, I would like to thank Miguel Animados for suggesting this lost media video to me. Thank you, Miguel Animados. I really appreciate for the suggestion. And I think I'm gonna do the American version of this lost media next week, even though Miguel Animados only suggested the Brazilian version. I think it would only be fair, because I covered the Brazilian version, that I cover the US version as well. And that is Lost Media Category 209, O Kaiser, Lost Brazilian First Animated Short Film 1917. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.